This video is supported in part by Retro Days, a place for nostalgia nerds to gather, share memories, chat, and engage. Go to retrodays.com or check our YouTube channel linked below. The name is GrownUp, GenXGrownUp, and I prefer my arcade classics shaken, not stirred.
Don't you know that you're a grown-up? No games, no puns. Not allowed if you're a grown-up.
Welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm John. I am a GenX grown-up, and at this point I'm going to stop doing my cut rate impression of a spy. Thanks for checking out this video and the rest of the channel. Hey, it's no secret that I've really enjoyed collecting these tabletop arcade machines, both from Basic Fun and My Arcade. I've reviewed a lot of them here on the channel, and it's because I'm a collector. They're aimed squarely, in part at least, to people like us, Generation Xers, who grew up living and loving the arcade experience. And so I'm really stoked to have the opportunity in this video to take a look at one of the first releases from Basic Fun in the new year 2020, and that's this number 16 Spy Hunter, originally from Bally Midway. In the original Spy Hunter arcade game, you take on the role of this super spy with a supercar that's out on the roads trying to take out all the bad guys and not get wrecked on the side of the road yourself. Throughout the game, you get the opportunity to jump in these little equipment trucks where you can hop in and get new weapons, smoke screen and oil slick and missiles and all sorts of cool stuff to help you even the odds against all the bad cars on the road. But it's one of those games that it's such a bugaboo to try to emulate or to play on anything other than the original equipment. And that's because of the layout of this game. So look, on the original cabinet, you didn't have a joystick, you had a big steering wheel. On that steering wheel were 4 buttons. You had 2 triggers and 2 red thumb buttons, and those were anything from the machine guns or smoke or oil slick or missiles. And smack dab in the middle of the steering wheel was a giant red button that you used to call the equipment truck. It also, as if that weren't enough, also had a foot pedal for the gas. And it had a gear shift for the high and low gear. Look, there's so many controls on that thing. But this latest entry from Basic Fun, you can see it just has a joystick and 2 buttons. That's it. I mean, it's been ported to other machines with fewer buttons before with varying degrees of success. I'm really curious to see how they try to pull it off in this new little tabletop unit. I'm going to take it to the table, open it, we're going to give it a play. Before I do, if this is your first time watching GenX GrownUp, watch for that little bar that lifts, click that subscribe button in the corner, maybe even enable notifications. That'll make it way easier for you to catch way more cool GenX inspired videos just like this one. Okay, are you ready? Let's take Spy Hunter for a drive right now. All right, Spy Hunter. So here's the box. It's number 16. Typical Basic Fun. Just kind of tells you a little bit about the game, shows the cabinet. They show it off on the side, and then they have kind of a peek through side art of the cabinet there on the side. But let's get it out of this box and get a closer look. Yeah, okay, standard Basic Fun fare here. If you've had any of these, you know what to expect out of another Basic Fun arcade classics. Let's take the demo mode thing out of it. Reset button, batteries are included. No charging, no headset like there is on the arcade classics. We have a volume toggle here, and you have an on-off button. And this guy actually has a 4-way stick that's, you can see it's restricted there with a little restrictor plate built into the plastic. A start button and a fire button. So good luck playing Spy Hunter with just 2 buttons, but we'll see how it does. But it looks good. They maintained the side art. Everything is squished on Basic Fun because it's a smaller kind of shape and depth. So this normally would be much larger art, but it's proportional enough. They kept the striping, which is nice, that you would have seen on the original cabinet. So as a display piece, you know, pretty. It looks good. Let's see how it plays, though. I actually had to refer to the instruction manual to see what the heck was going on here. There's really only 1 button for the whole game. Start button is just start and pause. And they're using the joystick here. Double tap forward is to shift, down 1 is to shift down. But if you're steering, that will, you know, steer you left, right, up, down on the screen. But there's no alternate fire button. There's just 1. So I'm curious to see just how we're getting all these buttons accomplished. Let's power it on. Okay, that went by really fast. If I go back and freeze frame it, you'll see that it says branded Basic Fun. And we can tell beyond just that it's not the original arcade ROM, and there's no way it could be with what we've got to work with here. So what we have is a horizontal layout. So it's 3x4 instead of 4x3. Definitely a rework. And again, just the weird controls, really just a button and a joystick is all we have to work with. So let's give it a shot. Start. All right, so we're coming out right away. We don't have to I didn't have to do any steering to get off of the shoulder like you would normally. To go faster, you have to upshift. Double tap up on the joystick here. I mean, it's not ideal, but I mean, not having a foot pedal, I guess. All right, you're dead. All right, oh, look, there's a truck. Oh, it just comes on its own. And I exploded. I mean, visually, the game looks great, even though it's a different aspect ratio. Oh, and I blew up my truck. So there's a truck with smoke, it looks like. What's in there? Yep. Oh, so I don't have machine guns at all. Well, that's... So I can't shoot other cars. I can only blow smoke now. Well, that's tough when you get guys like that. And so when I die, I'm assuming I go back to machine guns? Yep, right back to machine guns. There's a lot that's actually missing from the experience of Spy Hunter, I have to say. Well, I get to enter my name, so that's something. Congratulations, GXG. Well, thank you. So there's our top score. We're going to restart the unit and see if the score sticks. And it looks like the high score did stick across a restart, which is nice. That's a truck with oil in it, I think. I don't know if I can get in front of anybody to oil them. Aha! Yay! But again, no guns. That's my one and only. Does it wear out? Let's hold it down. There's no reason to stop throwing down oil, frankly. Looks like I have all I want. Oh! Couldn't get past that guy, though. I mean, there's plenty about the game that was preserved in spirit. It doesn't give you that feeling of, you know, oh man, I'm a super spy with a super car and I have all these gadgets and weapons. I have one tool that I can use. And there would never be a time in the real game that I wouldn't go in a truck because you want those other weapons. But if it's expensive, your machine gun, it's kind of iffy. It's almost a detriment to have these extra weapons if I can't shoot. And you can't throw smoke at a helicopter. That's not going to work. There's some smoke. There, so I smoked out some guys. What's in this one? Let's get in there. Bridge out, detour on left. Oh, are we going to be a boat? Is that in here too? Come on, where's the detour? There it is. I want to be a boat. Yeah! So even the water level is here. I still have smoke in my boat. This won't last. All right, boat, look out. Smoking you out. You know, I got to give them bonus points for preserving all those different kind of varieties of the game. But yeah, okay, I think we got an idea of what there is to offer here in this Spy Hunter. I really don't think I would go so far as to say I'm disappointed by this new version of Spy Hunter from Basic Fun. Actually, I think it did what I expected it to do, frankly. Maybe a little less, but knowing how hard it is to translate that full body kind of gear shift, steering wheel, foot pedal experience to a handheld, yeah, that's gonna be tough. They had an uphill battle headed their way for them. I would say that really what you're getting is, it's like a Spy Hunter sampler platter, right? So you're not really getting the full experience of the game. You don't feel like a super powered car that has all the power-ups and missiles and stuff. You can use one weapon at a time, and when you do have one of the, what used to be cool weapons, they're actually crippling. So you're not getting that full experience. You'll see what it's like to lay down a smoke screen, you'll see what it's like to put out an oil slick, but you know, you really aren't getting the experience that you would want to get from Spy Hunter. Now, if you're a collector, like I am, I mean, you don't need a rating for this. You see what it looks like, and you're gonna want to put number 16 in your collection either way. So as a collectible, you know, I would probably give it like a 4 tokens out of 5 or so. But I'm really trying to rate these on the quality of playing the game that they are arcade classics of. So, you know, I think the best I can probably do on Spy Hunter from Basic Fun is about 2.25 tokens out of 5. The gameplay just isn't there. Looks nice, sounds nice, but it isn't the game. You'd be better off just watching a video of Spy Hunter. You'd get the same sort of experience. Are these little units something that you've been collecting or interested in? I'm really interested in hearing what you have to say, and more importantly, I hope you found something in this video to enjoy, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye. GenXGrownUp is dedicated to bringing you new Generation X inspired videos every week. Here are a couple more you can watch right now, but for even more, subscribe and enable those notifications. And if you love what we do, we invite you to support us over on Patreon. And of course, your feedback in the comments and a quick thumbs up are always appreciated.